Hey there, Ashland. It's Martha Miller here with your town tea for the week of October 6th. I have a lot to go through today, so I'm going to jump right in. So first of all, I just got back from the ribbon cutting for Bravo Bakeshop, located at 278 North Washington Highway, which is right there kind of across from the Food Lion Shopping Center in that white strip with Tompkins Jewelers and Root Modern Dentistry. We are so excited to have Bravo Bakeshop open their brick and mortar. She's been doing pop-ups all around town for the past year or so, and please go stop by. Show her some love, get some pastries, some delicious coffee, and welcome to Town Bravo. So next up, Town Council this week, we had a really packed agenda, so I'm going to run through that really quickly. And of course, if there's anything I talk about that you want more information on, you can find that all on ashlandva.gov in the meeting minutes and watch the recording. So first up, we had a really touching moment where we were finally able to pay tribute to former Vice Mayor Hodges, who passed away in August. His wife, Vandy, was there. Council had the opportunity to kind of express their gratitude for his service and give some kind of personal anecdotes about what he meant to them as a colleague and as a friend and a neighbor. And that was just a really touching moment. And we're so grateful to Vandy and others who showed up in support to let us pay real tribute to the former Vice Mayor who is significantly missed. And then next up, we had kind of another honoring where we honored a longtime employee, Miss Pam Novak, who many of you may know as our visitor center manager. She's been with the town of Ashland for 19 years, and she will retire effective on November 1st. So we had the opportunity to kind of do a proclamation in honor of her service. She's been a fixture in our downtown for many, many years and really was instrumental in getting a lot of our early tourism efforts off the ground and creating a home for our visitors in downtown. And that's continued to change over the years. Now we're seeing more and more train passengers, frankly, than visitors, but she continues to serve them. She and her staff continue to serve them, and we're just so grateful for her and wish her all the best in her retirement. Next up, we had the police awards. So Chief Aaron Holt went through in recognition of several officers who have kind of gone above and beyond in heroic efforts recently, and you can watch those as he reads out those reports. It's always really compelling and a good reminder of how fortunate we are to have those men and women serving us every day. And then next we had a visit from Senator Luther Cyphers, who is the town of Ashland's representative in the Virginia State Senate. He was newer to that position, only coming on in January, and this was his first time kind of addressing council and talking about the legislative agenda ahead with the General Assembly. And the town will begin formulating our legislative agenda for the General Assembly over the next month or so. So look for more to come on that. And then finally, capping out presentations, we had Miss Kelly Frankie, who is our newer marketing and events coordinator for the town, previously doing economic development, but she presented on several new marketing initiatives that she's been able to get off the ground since she came in only 3 months ago or so. So if you're interested in learning about the BuzzBucks program or some of the stuff we've been doing with expanding the app, as well as this Arts and Antiques Passport program, which is designed to help some of our small business retailers, be sure you check that out in the minutes and on the recording. And then next up, our finance director presented a public hearing, which is a new item to allow for cost recovery for delinquent taxes. This is just a small change to the code that allows, if a business is delinquent on taxes, it allows the town to not only go after recovering those delinquent taxes, but pass the costs of that recovery for the third party onto those who are delayed in paying their taxes. And that was a public hearing, and then council did end up unanimously adopting that change. And then next up, I presented on a new iteration of our Arts and Culture Incentive Program. This program has been around for many, many years, but frankly has been underutilized due to a lack of qualifying businesses in our Arts and Culture District. I could go into the whole history, but I know that's not what you're here for. So I'll just say what's really exciting about this next iteration is that it takes $10,000 that Town Council had already allocated in this year's budget and transitions it to a new program that is a collaboration between the Town of Ashland's Public Art Commission and Hanover Arts and Activities Center to subsidize rent for some Artist Residency studios housed within the Hanover Arts and Activity Centers for 2026. So we're thrilled to be able to kind of lend a hand financially to reduce that rate for artists. Applications opened today actually for that program, and we'll be sharing that link on our channels. It's open to local artists who are looking to have a home in our downtown area, and there are a couple eligibility requirements, including one being you have to provide some sort of community engagement component, so classes, presentations, workshops, as well as be available for open studio hours. So if you're an artist and you're looking for opportunities, please check that out when that link arrives either in your inbox or you see it on our social channels. Hanover Arts and Activities will be sharing that as well. And then finally, Chief Aaron Holt presented an inattentive driving ordinance change, and that is no action was taken. This was just to kind of bring that topic up. And again, it's around our continued efforts on traffic calming and enhancing traffic safety and pedestrian safety here in town. A public hearing will be held on that, so I'll have more to say about that when that comes back around here in the future. And then finally, we had Emmy Richards, our Parks and Rec lead. She appeared on Channel 12 this week to talk about the Fall Line Trail. And I know a lot of folks have been out there using the Fall Line Trail, and we were so excited to help spread the word and continue about this regional collaboration and all these partnerships that have really had this trail come off the ground. We've been receiving a lot of questions naturally about this new trail, and I just want to emphasize that more signage is coming. It's kind of been a regional effort to kind of order all the signage together. So look for that soon. There will be proper signage on the trail, as well as signage from the trailhead into our downtown to help guide cyclists and walkers and pedestrians and all of those folks more properly into our downtown through that Maple Street Extension Trail that we've been talking about for quite some time. So signage is on the way to help our travelers kind of know where they're going. So just stay tuned for more on that. All right, Ashland, I think that's all I have for you today. That was probably enough. There's always more I could say, but I'm going to end it there for now, and have a great weekend and enjoy this cooler weather.